Hello everyone, and welcome to another surprise episode of Salliekat Streams Avernum! As I'm recording this, my husband is upstairs, watching the Awesome Games Done quick live stream, so I thought to myself, let's see if the home network can handle two streaming platforms at the same time. Hopefully the broadcast either receiving or sending out won't go pear-shaped. So, I am in the Abyss, near the town of Spire. I did actually go back to Blosk to sell off some of my extra equipment, or magical items, what have you. But I haven't identified my unidentified stuff just yet, because I do want to see if there's someone in Spire or Barga who can do identification. Now that I think about it, I do think I remember someone in Barga. But we're close to Spire, so we'll explore that one first. Now entering the lovely town of Spire. Welcome to Spire. Visitors are warned. The laws are harsh here. The Spire Inn. And in the town square, there is a large gibbet here. It's a single tree, magically grown atop this platform. It appears to be a permanent fixture on the town square. No bodies hang up there at the moment, but several nooses serve as a constant reminder of what could be. Yeah, real lovely place, and seems that public services are a little bit lacking with the garbage everywhere. While the stream is still quiet, I might as well do my perimeter sweep around the town. Same sign as on the other side. I do miss getting dialogue from guards sometimes. Town well, no spitting. Good rule. The famous Spire Arena. Contestants enter around back. We'll definitely have to check that one out. Let's check out the inn first. This is a slight young woman with angular features. She sits and drinks. Heavily. What are you in town for? Not much. I'm waiting for my scimitar to be repaired. Oh, is it a nice weapon? That doesn't seem to be what she wanted to hear. She ignores you. Aw, the Neville won't talk to me in this version. That's a shame. Talking to Harry. You are being watched by a man with uneven teeth and a huge cavewood club at his belt. He wipes the counter with a dirty rag. What can we order? We don't serve drinks to voles. I'll put you in a room, because business has been slow, but no booze. Nice room is 15, common room is 5. No trouble from you, and if something of yours gets stolen, I don't care. I don't need a room at the moment. This must be the common room. Office of Mina, Mayor of Spire. This is a short, strong-looking woman with long black hair and a leather jerkin. She stands in front of a fine, carved wood throne and watches you carefully. Her throne room is filled with wood. She must be very wealthy. That's right, because wood is very rare down in the caves here. We could confront her with evidence that she's sending thieves to raid the Great Cave. Do you know who's in charge here? I'm the boss in this town, the mayor. I watch over things, and I don't want any interference. Do your business, and when you get called a vole, take it as a compliment. This town has a mayor? Yes, vole, I run this town. No thievery, no killing, no trouble. No thievery for other citizens of Spire. No thievery on other citizens of Spire, I guess. Or at least, don't get caught thieving. Anyone messes up, and I stretch their necks. That goes for voles, too. I don't mean to interfere, I say, with fingers slightly crossed behind my back. I've had you vole visitors before. You come here all high and mighty, seeing your rejects, and you think you can do what you want, take what you want. Well, I'll kill you in a cold second if you don't behave, and Micah can't do a thing about it. Believe it. I don't like getting called a vole. Tough. Get used to it. That's what we call you. You try to live in this pit, and make your own docile copy of the hell above. Well, we're free, and we'll stay free, no matter where you throw us. Honestly, as an adult, I like a lot of the Abyss attitude much more than I did as a kid. Not all of it. It's still a pretty rough place. Could you tell us about the Abyss? Gladly, Vole. There are two sorts of people sent to Avernum. Docile fools, who hope in vain for normal lives. They live in Avernum. And spirited fighting souls, who live by no rules but their own. And they come here. To the Abyss, the freest place in the world, free of the Empire and free of you. And we don't care for your kind. So have a care when you walk around here. That's your fair warning. Just gonna take a quick save here. So yeah, we found a note that says you're sending thieves to raid the Great Cave. You fool. If I had any fear of you, I would have you struck dead where you stand. But because I pity your idiocy, I will let you live. Get out of my sight. Yeah, confronting Mina in the center of her power is probably not the best idea. She's got quite a few bookshelves. That door is locked, and I absolutely cannot unlock it. Same for that one. Hey, don't... Well, I could steal it because no one can see me here. But it's a scroll, and those kind of aren't useful after the early game. It's a historical scroll. I could sell it for a little bit, but eh. And some historical scrolls that are not marked down as owned by somebody. Nothing else of interest on the shelves. Eunice's Apothecary. An ancient harridan with alchemy-stained hands and arms sits hunched behind the counter. You can purchase potions here. Nothing fancy like you voles make. You can sell me your stuff, too. I buy any of your nice vole things I can find, and sell them to people here. Why did you call me a vole? She makes a hissing noise. 'Cause I hate voles. It's people like you who put us here in this pit with the giants of thieves. Now do your business with me and get out of my shop. So yeah, I can buy some basic potions and basic ingredients here. Eunice sells magical potions. Most of them are low quality, and the prices are high. Like most people in the Abyss, she doesn't like outsiders. The writing on this sign has been scratched away. Seems to be an abandoned shop. With not much interesting in it. Oh yay, a torch. Eustace's supplies. So you've got a Eunice and a Eustace. A bloated, dark-skinned man watches you carefully. He is surrounded by slabs of disreputable-looking meat and loaves of greenish bread. Considering that most of the bread is made with mushroom flour, maybe green bread is surprisingly normal in Avernum? That's a poor selection, looking for anything. He grimaces. Yeah, we need good, cheap wine. You voles make the best. Bring me wine and I'll give you 35 coins a jug. Only the cheap wine, though. None of your expensive, fancy stuff. Too bad I could have brought a load over from the Gremlin Cave. Not that I have any need of money right now. Well, you can purchase dried food here for wherever you're going. There are some interesting sights around here. Oh really? What do you recommend? He grins, showing you the food in his teeth. Just leave town and wander around for a while. I'm sure some of the loyal and friendly residents of the Abyss will come greet you eventually. Just be sure to buy some rations before you go. Yaha. So we can buy dried meat or weird meat for exorbitant prices. Disgusting but edible food. You watch him carefully to make sure he doesn't spit in it. I'm good. Several pillars have been placed here. Wrongdoers are tied to them and pelted with garbage, stones, and worse. This is a pretty tough town. Talking to Cliff. You meet a very tall man with a permanent sneer worn into his face. He spits at your feet. I don't like to sell to voles, but I'll give you a break. I got some armor and weapons I'll unload on you. With such kindness, how could I not buy some of your wares? That's a good question, leader. Weird meat definitely looks like it's something's lungs or organ meat, which, at least in American culture, is not the most popular thing to consume. But oftentimes when I see weird meat, I assume that it's long pork or humanoid in origin. So yeah, this is honestly a pretty crap selection. I have way better weapons and armor than this. But Cliff is here and he will talk to us because every town has to have a weaponsmith. And now the main attraction of Spire, the arena. The ogre here doesn't want to talk to me. Or maybe she does. A massive ogre sits at the entrance of the arena. She looks at you with contempt. Admission 20 gold, she grunts. That seems high, but what can you do? Pay the nice ogre. You pay her. She stamps your hand. You are free to enter. Nifty. Talking to Scab. An extremely nondescript man watches the arena with dull eyes. The only interesting thing about him is his long rapier and the scabs on his hands. What are you looking at? I'm busy. Beat it. We are adventurers looking for valuable loot. His head swings around. Really? He looks you over. His sedate demeanor has disappeared. You know, there's a person living here named Mina. I think I know about Mina. We've met her. She doesn't like us. She's the mayor. Runs this place like her own personal hell. Thieves that don't work for her die. I see, I see. It's not so much don't get caught as don't go against the mayor's desires. Don't like that. Well, she's got this magic silver circlet. Don't think it does anything, at least that she knows how to use it, but it's an artifact. That means it must be valuable. Anyway, some of us tried to steal it, but we failed. She found out. She doesn't know I was in on it, but the others were killed. They died slow. 2 of us lived. 1's far away now. Anyway, just to get her back, to get that troll, I want to see someone steal it. I'm okay with stealing from her. Maybe. First, I want to see you show you're good enough. Go fight in the arena. You win, and I'll tell you how to get the circlet. Okay then. So I believe contestants are supposed to enter through the back. Talking to Zagat. A man sits with his legs up on the table. He's sharpening an axe. Do you know what this building is for? This is the arena. I'm the arena master. What goes on here? I don't expect voles such as yourself to appreciate the fine art of blood sport, but we enjoy it immensely. Combat between criminals, gladiators battling captive sliths and giants. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And we can always use gladiators. If you want to enter, let me know. Want to enter the games? Good. Walk through the open gate and down. We'll let out some monsters. Survive the battle and walk out the gate on the other side, and you get a reward. You die, and you become Monster Chow. And we don't care. You enter Spire's famed and deadly arena for the first time. If you continue, you may soon end up in a deadly battle. Sounds like fun. Behind you, you hear a portcullis slam shut. In a flash of impressive magical pyrotechnics, several monsters appear in front of you. The arena battle begins! Oh no, it's poison fungi and slimes. Only slightly poisoned. That did not kill all of them. Better. You step into the passageway, the gate behind you closes, and the exit opens up. And there's another ogre here. You go through arena, you get gold. He counts it out laboriously, with mild prodding from you, and hands it to you in a bag. Now go away. Alright, Scab, have we proved ourselves worthy? You fought in the arena once, but you didn't fight anything tough at all. Go through again, and I'll help you. We may need to go through the arena two or three more times. Impressive magical pyrotechnics, monsters appear, battle begins again! Oh boy, fire lizards. And fire blasting will not help me here. Lightning spray is still pretty good. I get 200 coins that I drop immediately. Okay. Why is that not opening? Yeah, do I need to go talk to Scab again? Aha. Okay, I'm impressed. I'll tell you 2 things that might help. One of my friends, he got a key to the box Mina keeps the circlet in. It's hidden in a small, secret cave west of this town. That friend's dead now. Another friend, name of Asp, he knows how to disarm the traps. He fled to Kotra. Tell him I sent you, and he'll help you. I think. Good luck. We have to put that Mina in her place. You take note of all this. But where actually is the circlet? It's in Mina's chambers at the northwest corner of town. You'll have to find your way in there. We never figured out how to get back there. You're smart, though. You'll figure it out. Indeed. Do I only get 2 runs through the arena in this version? I feel like there should be at least 3 rounds. Can't pick that lock. Anyway, there is a way into this hidden area of town, but I'm not going to investigate that just yet. That's not actually what I wanted to do. I want to go to this hidden tunnel that we had discovered last session. And now, if I search the tunnel, I can actually find something. The tunnel stretches for 50 feet and then opens up into a small chamber. This is the small cave that Scab described, and after a bit of searching, you find a tiny silver key under an old scrap of leather. Silver key. This silver key was hidden in a tunnel in the abyss. It's very small and delicate. It, and the lock it fits, were probably brought down from the surface. You meet a band of fighters. Oh, this is the same ones that I found last session. Yet again. So... If I just leave, will they attack me? They laugh and walk away, shaking their heads. As they depart, their leader says, "We'll remember this slight. You won't get much done here if you don't follow our ways." And then they're gone. Okay. Wait a minute. I'll pay the thieves just because I really don't need to hoard my gold right now. But I see something hidden on the map. I don't remember this. You climb a narrow, winding passage up into one of the gigantic spires. At the west end, you find a small, sparkling fountain. You drink the water and are miraculously healed and refreshed. Amazing. Oh, do go away. Stop following me. You meet a patrol of soldiers from Barga, the city to the north. They warn you to watch out. There are hostile giants and brigands from the city of Spire to the south. Then, satisfied that you aren't a danger to them, they continue to patrol the road. So we've been warned about giants once or twice, but there really aren't any on this side of Barga. Barga does an amazingly good job at keeping the giants out of this region. Oh no, the gates are closed. Help me, help! There is an ancient, heavily wrinkled man peering at you through a barred window. His armor hangs off him loosely. Are you a town guard? He emits a rattling cough. Ach, ja. He spits on the floor. I'm too old to defend the wall, so I watch the gate. If you want to enter the city or the outer world, let me know. Would you open the gates, please? He nods. Sure thing. He turns the wheel and the gates open. You can enter Barga. Thank you, have a nice day. I cannot talk to the person with the captain graphic. So Barga seems to have some of the same sanitation issues as Spire. They at least make an attempt to put their garbage in a corner. Barracks. And the sign on the wall says the same thing. The one over here says dead room. That's a lot of dead bodies. Oh dear. That is not a secret passage. And Barga has a rather impressive wall here, guarding against the giants on the other side. And also a wheel that presumably controls some of the gates. As you strain and pull on the wheel, the eastern gates start to open. A guard runs up and stops you. "What are you trying to do, you idiot? Let the giants in and kill us all?" More guards run up, and you get shouted at a lot. So yeah, we can't open these gates. Talking to Caballero. A young priest with ratty robes and dark skin runs around, looking for wounded soldiers. He stops for a moment when you approach. You must be a priest. Once. Now I patrol these walls and heal those who need it. There's more havoc here than I could ever help with, but I have to keep trying. It is, after all, the fate I chose. Why are the injuries so serious? Giants are very strong. They come here and lob boulders over the wall for fun. Then, when they get serious, they charge. Were it not for me and Prin, many more would have died. As it is, the bloodshed is still horrible. The fates cast you into the abyss? I shouted and shouted for the poor and downtrodden on the surface. Then, the Empire tired of hearing the truth and threw me down here. I did the same thing around the Voles, but they got sick of me too, so they sent me into the abyss, and I came here. It's miserable and dangerous, but I can fight for good here, and nobody tries to shut me up. Wow, that is some dedication. Can you heal us? Afraid not, no time. Find Prin. She might help you. Hey Leafy, good to see you again. Sometimes it takes me a moment to remember that I'm using the numpad and not WASD keys for movement. This is a shy, eerily pale little girl. What are you doing out here? I'm scared. What are you scared of? She shies away from you. Giant thwolfings. Wow, scares me. It is clear that you scare her too. You don't have to be scared. You scare me too. You voles. Hate people here. She backs away from you. Gotta go. Aww. Poor thing. City Hall. This room is filled with charts, maps, schedules, and 1,000 fluttering scraps of parchment covered with notes and plans. This must be the war room of Barga. So clearly we can't fight in here. A quick inspection reveals that the war with the giants to the east has been a long and brutal one. Surprisingly, the forces of the Abyss seem to be up to the task. Talking to Mayor Mar, or yeah, I think Mar is about how you pronounce that name. Excuse me. A man with puffy brown hair and a harried expression wanders around mumbling. He wears nice clothes and some sort of badge of office. Are you in charge here? Well, I mainly organize and provide tactics for the soldiers here. Barga is the last bastion against the giants. Stupid, vile creatures. They attacked us because it was something to do, and now they refuse to stop. We keep looking to you people for help, and you ignore us. We've sent messengers to King Micah again and again, telling him of the horrors. He hasn't sent a person to help. Not one sword. Not one mage. What I wouldn't give for a group of dedicated adventurers. You're in luck. We are adventurers. I guess Micah's been somewhat more focused on the Sliths, and now the sudden influx of demons. He grins, not entirely pleasantly. I'm afraid I don't have any reward to offer you, but I can tell you the giant fort is to the east, and they own great wealth. Oh, and there's a secret passage out in the northeast corner of town. You can use that to get out and get to the giants more quickly. Are there other cities in the Abyss? Yes, Spire is to the south, but I don't like to talk about them. Brigands and thieves, that's all they have there. They don't help us fight the giants. They just want to loot and pillage. Mina's the mayor there, the queen of the scum. I'd stay away from there. We welcome Avernites here. They certainly do not. Well, since we are considerably more welcome here, is there anything we can do for you? Apart from killing as many giants as you can, we're very short on supplies here. Avernum controls all the caves with resources. Bargo will pay you 30 coins for each sack of good metal ore you can bring us. Well, that is unlikely to happen because I don't like dragging around bags of ore. Okay, Mayor's bedroom. Etheridge the Learned, schooling of all kinds. It's training hall. A woman in dark, flowing robes and a hood moves confidently around the room. You can occasionally make out the outline of a blade through her clothes. Can you help me with my skills? Yes, I train all who can use it. The people of the Abyss need all the skills they can get. You notice that she sounds slightly nervous. I guess life is harder here in the Abyss. Of course, we don't have the advantages of the Voles. Every advance, every building, every crop was paid for with blood. We have few magicians, few alchemists. We, for the most part, get rejects and scum. We will succeed, but it is hard. You seem nervous. Why? You are adventurers, so I will tell you. I am trapped in Barga, trapped by the spirits of warriors I have slain in battle. They wait west of here, waiting for me. I am not strong enough to slay them, and they haunt my dreams. I live in fear. Okay, so I can't talk to her directly about helping her with her little problem. And I don't think I have... Well, I have maybe a few skill points. Not enough to actually do anything useful with. Yeah, Magrat, I still want to beef up priest spells and intelligence before doing anything else. That does remind me, though. I have a few mind crystals that I want to actually use. So this one is Blade Master. And that shows up in my special skills. Makes me even more effective with hand-to-hand weapons. The more likely I am to hit, and the more damage I will do. Hee. And now I've got three free points in it. So I've got another mind crystal, this one of resistance, and I'm actually not quite sure if I want to have Magrat or Esme use this one, because it's very good to keep your healer alive, but also Esme has the smallest number of hit points, and I only have one source of resistance right now. Somehow Githa's got a point in resistance. I don't remember how that happened. Huge storeroom. Okay, not sure I'm supposed to be here quite yet. Bazaar of Barga, wonders aplenty. There's a large library at the west end of this room. Well, a large library by Avernum standards. Anyway, this must be the library X asked you to locate many recording sessions ago. Now you can report back to him. Huzzah. Cynthia. A woman sits behind the counter writing a scroll. The room is filled with other scrolls, all of them on the same sort of parchment. Excuse me, what do you sell? I am a sage. I suppose that would mean I sell knowledge. She smiles wryly. I am here, instead of the nice caves to the south, because this is the place in which I feel safe. How can you feel safe in Barga? Yes, I know. Warring giants, bandits, fierce and crude people. But there is also the freedom to study what I want and say what I want, and until now I'd never found a single place where I could claim that. What can you do as a sage? I identify items. Many strange things are found on the bodies of the giants, and I figure out which ones can aid us. Most of these scrolls describe the bizarre things I've seen. She thinks. I'm also trying to find out about the dragon. There's a dragon around here? I believe so, and I fear that it may be a dire threat to us. The giant fort is to the east, and the dragon, so I believe, lives east of that. They worship it, you see, and I fear it may one day hunger for human flesh and come here. When that happens, I doubt we can survive. Interesting. How could we reach it? There's a secret tunnel out of Barga to the east. Head east from here, and you might find the creature's lair. But that would be a foolish and suicidal quest if you ask me. But I like talking to dragons. Can we buy any of your scrolls? I'm afraid not. All of my magical scrolls are reserved for the defense of Barga. The giants are a constant threat, and we need all the power we can gather. Well, I do have a couple of items to identify. Monkey bracelet, that sounds fun. But it makes you feel weak. Very weak. Aw. Ooh, Mind Crystal of Magery. Knowledge of Magery gives you intimate familiarity with the secret ways of magic. Any spell you cast will be more effective. The more you have, the better the bonus. You cannot train in this skill. So should I give that one to Esme or Magrat? Questions. Talking to Prin. A small elfin woman with long scarlet hair sits at the desk preparing a poultice. I am only a healer. You must be busy. Yes, I lived in Almeria once, but I heard about the war here, and knew that this is where my skills are needed. You can't imagine the threats these people live with. You can buy help from me if you need it. Apparently she doesn't actually have much to say to me. She is a good source of healing, though. Talking to Marlowe. A tired man is sitting behind a counter. All around him are dried-out hunks of meat, coarse bread, and uninspiring cheese. Do you sell this food? He sighs. Yes, you may purchase food from my meager wares. I once had much better. The Abyss produced some fine victuals. Then, alas, our enemies came. He looks at you with mild hostility. Yes, you Vols probably have never heard of the giants, but they're here, killing us, and you don't lift a finger to help. You cast us out and watch us die. He says all this in a strangely flat voice. The Abyss used to be a good place. Now all that is gone. It was rough and wild, but not the horror you Vols said it would be. The Abyss gave us the freedom we'd thirsted for above and in Avernum. But now bandits run wild, and the giants hunger for our flesh. It started good, but it's all gone now. Well, food is somewhat more reasonably priced here if you buy bread and mushrooms instead of dried meat. The rations here are unpleasant and expensive, but you doubt you'll do better anywhere else around here. That is true. This is a small, thin man with nimble, delicate hands. He is busily stringing a longbow. I make bows and arrows and bolts and crossbows as fast as I can. It takes a lot of shots to kill a giant. Are they really tough? Yes, it takes many, many tiny punctures. Each is as a bee sting, but enough of them make one topple. If you're planning to go do some shooting, please be sure to purchase some of my arrows. I guarantee they'll do the trick. You want to sell to us? Even though we're from Avernum. The Abyss and Avernum have some enemies in common. The giants are one of them. Are there others? Of course. The Empire, for example. We are the only people in the world that don't kowtow to them. How long can that last? We of Barga believe that we must all be more active in opposing Emperor Hawthorne's tyranny. Fight the Empire? Isn't that suicide? He looks disappointed. Some feel that way, but not us. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm very busy. Let me see if I can get that conversation to go another direction. Yes, we would like to join in that struggle, even if it is suicidal. Would you? Yes, I'm sure you would. We have heard of your many exploits. Go speak with Calder, and ask him of the scimitar. Maybe you can join our great fight. But also... what manner of... Ooh, steel arrows, very good. And a yew crossbow. That is actually better than the crossbow I have right now. Prices are expensive, but I've got more gold than I know what to do with. Jay does have a yew bow, though. Steel bow. Ooh, this is a good source of archery stuff. So I will swap out my crossbow. And can I sell the crossbow back to you? No, you don't buy things. You're sitting at the bar, and I can't talk to you. And that's what fills in that spot on the map. Ah, here's Calder. A huge, muscular man moves nimbly among the kegs and boiling pots clustered behind the bar. Great purpose and determination show in his eyes. "Welcome," he says. He seems to recognize you. You sure are cooking a lot. I cook and brew for this whole god-forsaken outpost. The few travelers we get, and the many fighters we support, they come here for my fresh stew. For you, 2 gold a bowl. And we have an empty room with a clean bed. 5 gold. I'll take some stew. He takes your cash and gives you huge bowls of stew. It's thin stuff with stringy meat, but edible. And apparently there's a lot of it. Calder says, "The giants haven't taken everything from us. Give thanks." So you know much about the giants. They have taken much from us, but those above can take much more in an instant. Think on it. So, Barkeep, what can you tell us about Barga? We're one of the 2 cities in the Abyss. Spire is the other. The thieves, brigands, and scum go to Spire. The warriors come to Barga. Warriors? Why did they come to the Abyss? Simple. They are warriors who hate the Empire. Avernum, for all its points, doesn't hate the Empire near as much as it pretends. What do you mean? If someone in Avernum seems to want to fight the Empire, they end up here soon enough. King Micah of Avernum doesn't want to rebel against the Empire. Some say he's reasonable. We say he's a coward. But we should fight the Empire. We should rebel. That seems reasonable. The Empire would crush us. I'm sure Calder would be quite disappointed to hear the second option. Truer words were never said, Calder says. One day, we will have to fight the Empire. They will never tolerate us living free down here. But we of Barga, we realize that, and we are preparing ourselves. I hear tell that you know about the scimitar. You barely get the word out of your mouth before he swings close to you. Quiet, he hisses. There are those around who will kill you if they hear you say that word. We've been watching you. You have potential to do us all much good. There is a stairway hidden behind this inn. Go down it. The password is Phaedrus. You take note of this. Okay. Aha, there's the passage. And another one right here. And hidden in this perfectly normal storeroom is a guy named Cleese. A pale man sits at this table, calmly picking at a bowl of cold stew. He doesn't seem surprised to see you. What you doing here? Just sitting around. And he won't tell us anything more unless we say, Phaedrus. So at last you have come to us. Welcome to this cell of the scimitar. You may join us, if you perform a mission. We need someone to destroy an orb the Empire soldiers in Avernum are using to communicate with Emperor Hawthorne. The Scimitar is a group dedicated for fomenting rebellion against Emperor Hawthorne and his empire, the tyrants which sent us down here, and which crushed the freedom of every living being in our world. What else can you tell us about the Scimitar? Sure, I can tell you this much. The Surface Worlders have not forgotten about us. They watch us. They have spies and outposts down here. And thanks to us, they have opposition. They victimized us by putting us down here. We will not stop being victimized until we strike back. This is the noble cause we are giving you a chance to be part of. Tell me about the mission you want me to perform. We have found out that, in the southwest corner of the Scree Pits, to the east of Fort Spire, the Surface Worlders have a secret base. From it, Empire spies watch us and report to their masters through a crystal sphere. It's a large orb, which enables them to communicate with those above. Your job is to attack their fort and destroy the orb. This will severely damage their communications with the surface world. Once you've done so, come back and speak with me. Oh, and watch out for the gremlins. Ah, great. Gremlins, too. The cave you're looking for will have lots of gremlins in it. Be careful about them. They'll strip you of flesh in an instant. Okay, so southwest corner of the Scree Pits secret base. Got it. Somewhere in here should be another secret passage. This is a tiny secret passage, sloping down sharply to the east. It's far too small for a giant to fit through it. You don't doubt that it was designed that way. Yeah, this lets us out into giant territory. Including a pack of giants right here. A large force of giants have camped here, blocking all travel in and out of the city of Barca. At least on this side of the city. They don't look the least bit scared of you. To get past here, you'll have to fight them. These giants must have been here for a while, getting very bored. They attack you enthusiastically. A bunch of cave giants and giant shamans, and it looks like the shamans use the same graphic, which is kind of annoying. Okay, cave giants are pretty tough. I need to remember that I can cast Beast Ceremony outdoors, because I feel like that would have been helpful here. Ow. Very ow. Also, hiya, Zach. Okay, only a shaman left. Not so tough now, are you? And that is a lot of gold you just dropped. Strength potion, some herbs. McGrat, have some extra herbs. The giants are all dead. The people of Barga now have a few less giants to fight. Hooray! Humans, keep away. We will eat you all up. This means you, the giants. And as promised, a giant castle. I feel like the random encounter rate is a bit less in Avernum than it was in Exile. Giant trash pit. This huge yawning chasm stretches far to the west. Bits of trash littered nearby reveal its primary use, as one of the giant's trash pits. Far to the west, through the mist, you see a narrow ledge. And can't get over there. There's a dead giant here, apparently ambushed by a bunch of giant lizards. You'd think the giant would have easily handled giant lizards, but maybe there were a lot of them. Among his stuff, you find a human greatsword, which he must have been using as a dagger. Sure, I'll take that. Cave of Giants. We will eat you if we do not like you. So stay away, the giants. In the grove, you see a giant hunting party looking for giant lizards. When they see you, they decide you would be adequate prey. Joy. Gonna prioritize the giants over the lizards if I can. Also, instead of going straight for the fire blast, let's give you a debuff. I'm pretty sure Enfeeble doesn't affect the strength of my spells. Hehehe. So apparently giant shamans are a good source of healing, spiritual, and energetic herbs. So I wasn't expecting that fight. I did see an interesting patch of shrooms over here. In this tiny grove, you find a small patch of gray-green, misshapen plants. You know enough cave lore to recognize them. It's mandrake, the rarest of the potion-making ingredients, which I've been finding kind of a lot of up in these northern caves. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with you right now. Hey, look, familiar territory. Also, many offerings have been left near the large cave entrance to the north. There are bits of rotting food, old weapons, rude stone carvings, and other pitiful gifts. It looks like they've been picked through. Everything valuable was taken, and everything else was left to rot. There's a heavy sulfur smell in the air. Lair of Pyrog. Leave offerings at entrance. The Lair of Pyrog the Mighty. Place offerings on second tier. To the north are a series of tiers, accessible by huge stairways. The odor of sulfur hangs heavy in the air. Everything has large claw marks on it. You are entering the realm of the Dragon Pyrog. An open chest has been left on the floor here, waiting for offerings. It is currently empty. That one says the same thing. Iron arrows, gloves, lamp, balm of life. That's a good one. Yeah, let's not steal anything while we are in view of a dragon. That would be a bad idea. That is very true. Jeff is inconsistent with when it comes to dragon gender. I think Motrax is the only one who is consistently referred to as male throughout all of the remakes. I like to think of this as perhaps dragons can change their gender at will, or humans just have a really hard time telling the difference. Because, are you going to ask a dragon about their private parts? Really? Will the dragon tell you? I don't think so. An enormous red-green reptile looms up before you. Sulfur smoke pours from its mouth. It looks at you with amusement and hunger. A large key hangs around its neck. Greetings, worm. We have no fear of you. Your arrogance infuriates the mighty beast. Then you will learn humility now, fools. Did I just make him angry? Yeah, I should not have done that. I did not actually want to do that. Where was my last save? Okay, back here. I lost basically no progress. Cool. Sometimes you have to actually physically attack the creature to make it mad at you. Sometimes you can do it just by saying the wrong thing. And here's a body of water we have not seen before, and no way to get across it. Let's try this again with slightly less antagonizing the giant fire-breathing reptile. Who are you? It speaks in a deep voice, hypnotic and malicious. I am Pyrog. I am a dragon. I take offerings and spare those who bring them, and I slay according to my whim. I am the only one of my kind who knows his own true strength, and will use it. My siblings are fools. I give dragons an example to follow, through my treatment of any adventurer I meet. I'm getting pretty deep in. I'd say we're around halfway through now. Because we've killed Sistis. So that's a good chunk of the way through one of the prime quests. Just started on the scimitar chain. And we don't have a whole lot of uncovered territory to explore anymore. Decrepit Motrax, cowardly Atherin, and the other two fools. I will lord over these caves one day, and they will grovel to me. And what is your whim today, O mighty Pyrog? It smiles at you. If I decide to devour someone, I do. It is my right that comes with my might. Giants serve me, so I spare them. I give no such mercy to adventurers. But I'm an adventurer. Why do you have giant servants? Strong, worthy of respect, and useful as well. I suspect that if I choose the "but I'm an adventurer" line, Pyrog will attack me with that one as well. Now, can I explore your lair without making you angry? So far, yes. You're surrounded by frozen piles of giant and ogre food. Most of it is haunches of meat, crudely hacked from the bone. You try not to guess where the meat came from. Notice all of the human-shaped bodies. Delightful. Though I imagine there's plenty of giant lizard steaks in there, too. There is an enormous locked door here with a dragon carved on it. You cannot get the lock open. Ooh, big fancy giant here. That is a giant chief. And they've got an altar set up for their dark giantish rituals. Okay, yeah, it does tell me the large key hangs around its neck, but I probably can't ask about that. I don't feel like fighting a dragon today. That will take slightly more preparation. Humans stay east or die. The words are painted on the obelisk in some dried brown fluid. Also, surprisingly good spelling and grammar for giants. Maybe it wasn't painted by the giants. Maybe it was painted by a human who, ran afoul of them. One of the nearby stone outcroppings against the north cave wall has a large patch of interesting-looking mold on it. And here is a, cat coming to join me. Ah, yes, I see this mold, and I need some way to get over the water to get it. Also, there's a geyser here. Hi. I'm gonna have to come back over here with my boat. This is a large wooden sign covered with writing in a language you don't understand. Okay, weird. You come across a giant quarry. Blocks of dressed stone are being created at the bottom of a huge pit by a large group of giants. Fortunately, you don't think they've seen you. Near you, at the edge of the quarry, you see a small pile of raw, colored stones. They look from this distance like gems in the rough. Cool, but since this game doesn't use sapphires for magic mapping, I probably don't need them. Oh, fine, what the heck. You sneak up and gather the stones, which are indeed an impressive variety of raw, uncut gemstones. Thanks to your intimate knowledge of traveling in caves, you're able to slip away with the gems without being seen. Yay, I guess. And also they are chunks of amber, which is not all that valuable. Also, amber is not actually the kind of gemstone that would be mined from a cave like this. Amber is a ancient dried tree sap. But then I don't know a whole lot about how one acquires amber, so. You stand at the outskirts of a giant village. Rough stone houses, each several times your height, tower over you. The giants are gathered in the middle of the town, surrounding a huge roasting haunch of giant lizard. You have no luck surprising the powerful and vicious creatures. They knew you were approaching. They just didn't care. They barely seemed to notice you. When you get closer, their chief walks up to you and says, You humans. Humans bad. Humans food. You go now. Go. You oblige him. Well, if you are going to be so accommodating as to tell me to leave instead of throwing rocks at me. Can't cast this with hostile monsters in. Oh, come on now. Hostile monsters aren't in sight. I'm behind a wall. What the... There. Now I'm on another map square, and it'll probably wear off by the time I get there. Fine, I'll do without it. You attack. Some giants draw their weapons. Others run out of the stone huts to attack you. Even the women and children grab clubs and knives, eager to take part in the carnage. So that's 18 giants, 2 shamans, and a chief. Oh, this should be interesting. Sanctuary. Okay, so Sanctuary doesn't make me immune to damage, but it does damage them in turn. Okay, Sanctuary's over now. Could do some summoning. Okay, create illusions is going to make things that will die in one hit. Oi, stop with the slowing. Healing elixir is definitely called for. Crap, that took all my AP. Yeah, I think I'm gonna reload that one. Seriously, how far do I have to be to not have hostile monsters in sight? Sure, maybe I'll come back to that a little later. Once again, leaving and re-entering the map square has helped me to find a secret. At the base of this cave wall, you find a small placid pool, fed by a tiny creek. You can see your reflections quite clearly in it. At first, you see only your reflection. Then the image begins to shift, slowly at first, then faster. You start seeing the cave you are in, then your surroundings from miles in any direction. Then you see your reflections again. You think that, with the right amount of magical power, you might be able to see that far again. Anyone who knows Farsight now knows it at level 3. Nifty. Can I cast Farsight outdoors? I can, apparently. Isn't that useful? Was there anything else that I didn't get over there? Okay, there is definitely other stuff on this map square, I just can't get to it right now. Annoying. You encounter a small, lost band of goblins. They're clearly terrified, both of you and of the giants that hunt these caves. When they see you, one of them says, "Please, please, please don't hurt us. We will give you all of our money if you let us go. Please don't kill us." They're really not even worth killing. They give you a few coins and run away in terror. Yay, 20 coins. So how about that greatsword I found a while back? It is a steel greatsword. If Jay didn't already have a flaming weapon, that could be okay. Right, I have to get Bella to open the gates up again. Okay. Really? Going to go ahead and sell a few things. I keep hanging on to the mushroom wines. I keep thinking maybe I'll want to use them just for fun. So, southwest corner of the Scree Caves looks like this bit I have not gone into yet. This low, misty tunnel is full of the sounds of maniacal laughter and the smell of decaying flesh. The constant cackling makes your skin crawl and prevents you from concentrating on anything. There are gremlins, they must die. Should I unshackle mind on my charmed characters? Oh, come on now. Hooray, overkill. Of course there's more of them. Stop it. I really feel like healing level 3 should be more effective than what it's doing. Unless there's another better healing spell that I haven't actually got yet. Also, hello, what's this? Are you anything? No. Enough of your nonsense. I said enough. Oh, we've got some jugs of wine. And empty jugs. If I'm going to be in the neighborhood of Spire and Varga anyway, might as well. Now, where, oh where, is that secret passage that I totally don't know about? I do have high-level Farsight, which I could use. Thought it was around here. Okay. I was pretty sure I knew how to do this area. Ah, there's something useful. There is a design on the wall here, a ducal seal from the surface world. And the royal seal of the Empire. And what are you doing in the caves? The door in front of you has a symbol on it. You recognize it instantly, and when you do, a chill feeling grips your heart. It is the sun symbol of Emperor Hawthorne. It is the symbol of the Empire, here in Avernum. As you look at it, a short, sharp alarm sounds for a few moments. You hear shouts of alarm beyond the door. Finally, a chance to actually use Beast Ceremony. What up, losers? there's only 3 of you now. Okay. Well, that was easy. Oh boy. Famous last words, much. Oh, Nephils. I'm so scared. Should I slow you, or should I just blast you? No, not haste. I can't reach the mages from here. That's a bit of a problem. Better. Divine Restoration. Again, on a Nephilim. Oh, Geetha is terrified and enfeebled. That's not great. But she's still pretty formidable, so whatever. Oh, you're a high priest. That's why you're so tough. Woof, you are massively shielded. Or maybe Geetha really is just that much affected by enfeebling. Spray acid. Priest takes a whopping 4 damage from acid. Yay! Gotcha. Well, that can't be all of them, but it's probably the worst of them. Yeah, getting charmed can be super annoying. I don't mind being weakened, but having my characters attacking each other is very bad. Well, dang, maybe that is everyone. There's got to be a little bit more in here. So I'm probably at the gold max again. Yep, I am. Some pretty good steel equipment here. But I think I will leave most of it for others to loot. Pretty much basic stuff. A few herbs. Healing and strength elixirs. Fine lockpicks that I don't need. Needle, thread, cloth, and cloak. Hello. Goodbye. Ooh. Bookshelves. Scroll of Bolt of Fire, that is entirely useless to me. Fine first aid kit. More coins. Blessed Spear. That would be good if I wasn't using a halberd already. Torch. Unidentified spear. Quite possibly cursed, possibly magical. Steel arrows, I will take. Greens, a rarity in the underworld. Not going to step into that portal just yet. I think that's my way out of here. Ha. Aha. There's a thick book on this pedestal, which contains Lightning Spray level 3. Ooh, nice. I'd been wanting that. Hello there. Kinda thought there was another person in here, but maybe he's in another dungeon. Alright. I'm back up here. What am I missing? I feel like there's a switch or something somewhere. Perhaps something in here. Someone has etched a glowing magical rune in the floor here. It glows a bright green, and tiny red motes of light dance above it. You watch the rune. Nothing happens. Sure is pretty, though. Okay, let's try touching the rune. The rune flashes brightly for a moment. You remove your hand, and the light fades. Okay. That does get me out of here, but I still haven't destroyed any orbs or explored whatever's over here. I don't like when you can see me and I can't see you. Oh, right, with charming. don't know if there's any way to get over here, actually. It would seem there is not. Oh, that just does a loop. Back in here. Really, nothing else in this corner. How annoying. If there was anything else over here, I would have found it with Farsight. I feel like there should be a hidden switch or something somewhere. I could try touching the rune again. Ah, that did it. Obtuse game. Oh no, a small ledge. Ooh, not actually that small by the damage. Ledge height does not determine what number gets rolled there. Thank you, Dr. Hesting. Hit the wrong button for saving. On this large marble pedestal, you find a large glass globe filled with thick bluish mist. Fine runes are etched all over its surface. You think you can dimly make out shapes in the mist. I know I'm supposed to smash it, but I want to peer into it. You peer into the globe intently. After a few moments, the mist disappears, and you see. A mage in a brightly lit room stares down at you. Sunlight pours through a large, stained glass window behind him. He says, "This is Garzad. Report. How goes things down there?" He looks closer, so that he can watch you as you answer. He soon realizes he doesn't recognize you. Startled, he shouts a brief, magical incantation. The sphere fills with mist, and you smell sulfur. Hi there, Nathan Brown. And hello there, demons. You know, I'm not actually affected by slow if I'm not in combat mode. Not that that's going to do me a whole lot of good. Oh no, ice lances. How mildly annoying. Hee. Let's see what kind of damage I can do with Lightning Spray level 3. damage against enemies that are not energy resistant. Wasn't that scary. Smashy smashy time. With a light blow, you shatter the globe into 1,000 pieces. The mist evaporates instantly. And Esme levels up. And I'm back at the top of the passage. But I did notice right as I was stepping into that portal, there is something over here. Which takes me back here. And I need to touch the rune at least one more time. Good thing I have plenty of health that I can afford to lose. Okay, the tiny motes of light do change color, I just hadn't quite noticed. So purple takes me to the orb. Red, I think, just puts me in a loop. And blue should let me out of here. And now I just have to hope that I don't run into too many gremlins on the way out. Never mind then. Ow. Phew. Definitely time for a rest. Okay. I will return to Spire, but I need to go to Kotra and talk to Asp first. Hostile monsters? Yeah, let's avoid them. Hey, I did the thing with the orb. Well done. Now, if you wish, you can join the Scimitar, the secret organization that longs for nothing but the undermining and destruction of the Empire and all of its forces. Be warned, however, that membership in the Scimitar is for life. But if you join us, we will give you your best chance to achieve your true destiny in Avernum. The choice is yours. Will you join us? So we can hold off on this, but it is part of actually completing all the game quests. So yes, we would be honored to join. There is no special ceremony to join us. No testing beyond what you've already experienced. There is but your word, and you have given it. You are now one of us. Our password is Icarus. Say it to anyone in our organization, and they will help you as best they can. Now proceed through the secret passage to the south, and speak with Rogau. She will teach you more about us. Oh, hello. So yeah, that passage either would not have opened up, or would have been full of very hostile town guards if we had tried it before. A nimble woman with a short sword and a deadly expression stares at you from across the desk. I was told to come and see you. I'm in charge of this particular cell. You are now a member of the Scimitar. Cell? The Scimitar is large, and getting larger. Alas, spies and assassins of the Empire above are everywhere, and many of us were being killed. So we split up into small groups, any one of which only knows of a few others. She sighs. Makes recruiting hard. In particular, we're looking for a group of skilled, dedicated adventurers. What would you have us do? I thought you'd never ask. She chuckles. We're all down here. They're all up there. But we are harder to control and watch in these endless tunnels than they expected. This is the ultimate breeding ground for rebellion. But there is one problem. Of course, there's always a problem. So it seems. Luckily, this one is simple. There is one advantage they will always have over us. They can get at us, but we can't get at them. To be on equal footing, we need to find the exit to the upper world. There is an exit back out? Yes. This is something I'm sure you don't know. They left an exit unblocked. We know where it is, and we know how to get to it. But we don't have everything we need. That's where you would come in. We need a small, strong group to get the right information. Our greatest ally is an archmage named Erica. She told us the location of the exit, and about the password. She is one of the greatest archmages ever. She was sent into Avernum, and has never forgiven those who did it. She's wonderful. Her desire for revenge will save us all. Or possibly doom us. One of those. Go see her, by all means. Her tower is to the southwest. So you know where the exit is? We know it's in the tunnels west of Fort Remote, near the northern end. What is not known is exactly where. However, we know a dragon named Sulphurus lives around there. Almost undoubtedly, he, she, or it knows something about it. Can you tell me the password? No, I don't know it. Erica says there is a 4-part password necessary to get through the exit. She has known that for some time, and has been using her magic to try to find out who knows it, or who might know it. Try to find her. Tell her that you are questing for the lost route to the surface. Now that you're one of us, I'm sure she will help you. You take note of this. You're well hidden down here. We have to be. The Empire has spies everywhere down here. The fools in Avernum think that the Empire is unaware of what we've built down here. They could not be more wrong. Okay. Yeah, Rogau is one of a very small handful of characters in the remake that has what looks like a black and white photograph instead of the usual art style. Which makes me think she must be based on somebody Jeff knows in real life. And we can't really talk to anyone else in here. Is this a food preparation room or a torture chamber? I'll let you decide. Or possibly execution chamber. Small boat. Odd little graphical bit here. There's a drake or something in there. Ow! Okay, you don't get away with that. Okay, you're resistant to lightning. Good to know. Oh crap, there's two of them. Apparently not resistant to fire. Interesting. Not what I would expect from a drake. I saw the statue and I was starting to wonder if there was a basilisk nearby. Anything else in this corner? Why, yes, there is. Hi. Statue. Okay. Cannot talk to the statue. Presumably, statue will not attack me. Scimitar treasure room. Huh. There's a guardian. I think only the one. Okay then. Blessed Small Shield, Mandrake, various coins. The scimitar has filled this box with grisly trophies. The skull of each Empire officer they've killed. Oh my. That's hardcore. This large, low-ceilinged chamber is a huge storeroom, filled with crates and barrels of supplies. Barga is evidently equipped for a long siege. They are doing slightly better than one would expect, given how hard it is to get food around here. Talking to Venel. A man in rags sits in his cell, munching on a chunk of stale bread. I'm your prisoner. Well, the scimitar's prisoner, so I guess you're prisoner too. You know much about the scimitar? Oh, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about any of you or anything you do or anything. Don't kill me! And what did you do to warrant imprisonment? I guess it's because I'm a soldier for the Empire. Not a dervish or anything, just a grunt. You guys captured me when I got separated from my group. I told them all I know already. Now I'm just homesick. Where's your home? Oh, no place you've ever heard of, I'm sure. I was part of a group that they teleported down to watch all of you, but I got lost in all these tunnels. I've already told them about the fort. I don't have much else to say. Please don't kill me. Relax, I won't kill you. He starts twitching. That's what's going to happen, isn't it? They told me you were all harmless, and I'd be away from my family for 6 months. Now I'm going to die in this pit. He starts to get hysterical, then regains control. Tell me about the fort. Probably the one I just hit. Ah, okay. There's a hidden fort in the Cave of Spirits. That's where we keep the orb we use to communicate with the surface. I told them all this already. They didn't need to torture me or anything. You aren't going to torture me, are you? Nah. Phew, I just wanted to make sure. I hope you spare me. I really am harmless. I didn't want to come down here. I just want to go home. But chances are you are not going to get to go home anytime soon. Because we don't have access to a route back to the surface yet, and I very much doubt that the scimitar is going to release you back into Empire custody. Okay, and that's all you've got. So probably the best he can hope for is to eventually be released into civilian life somewhere in Avernum, or possibly just hanging out in the Abyss. Which is better than getting gruesomely murdered, but still. Ah, okay, so I could turn this wheel to open the gate here and come back out into the middle of Barga instead of the corner of it. Like so. Also, there are a couple of people that have mentioned scimitars in the past. Now we can talk to them and get a little bit more information out of them, perhaps. Okay, let's get out of here. Could go back and do some training, maybe. But some of my stats are getting up to high enough levels that maybe I'll wait for another level or two. So we've got reasons to go back to Kotra and back to the Tower of Magi. But before we do that, would like to see about finding this Erica. There is a small patch of mushrooms and fungus here. Your cave lore enables you to recognize them as potion ingredients. Hooray, random toadstools. I could probably have Magrat do a little bit more alchemy. I can make healing potion, curing potion, hasting potion. Energy potions are good. Strength potion. Grey mold salve, which apparently I can just make now, since I found some grey mold. Balm of life. Healing elixir. Okay, not much I can do in that map square yet. Oh, nuts. Can I actually visit Erica without a way to get across this river? When these people get close to you, you grimly realize that they're an unusually large pack of bandits. They aren't pleased to see you in their territory. Fortunately, they don't attack you right away. Their leader demands 100 coins from you in return for your safe passage. Well, I was hesitant to attack brigands and thieves hanging around the more settled areas of the Abyss, but this is Erica's area, and I don't think she cares if I slaughter you. Always attack the bullies. That's certainly a life strategy. Also, giving someone 10 or 20 gold every time they see me isn't so bad. 100 gold is pushing it. Okay. Goblin ran away. Or is trying to. Do you have anything worth picking up? Iron bolts, maybe. A difficult fight. No, it wasn't. Avernum has been rid of another horde of bandits. Their leader has a beautiful halberd strapped to his back. You take it. And it's not identified. It might be better than the one I have now. Yeah, I don't think I can actually access Erica at the moment. I don't have a way to get across that water. That's a problem. I'm going to have to go and fix that. I think I usually have the Orb of Thralmy by the time I get over here. There's also a boat we can get, after dealing with Pyrog, I think. Or after dealing with more of the giants. Honestly, I have 2 pieces of Demon Slayer. I can get the 3rd here. But it's such a pain in the butt dungeon that I don't want to do it so late in a stream. This halberd is a blessed halberd, which is even better than my iron halberd. And once again, I'm at the gold maximum, hooray. Jay has gotten hold of some energetic herbs. Oh, right, I have other stuff to identify here. Oh, and I never gave wine to that guy in Spire. Oops. Armor ring and cursed spear. One of those is valuable. Over here, I know there is something more to investigate in Fort Saffron. Okay, there is a secret passage, and it must have been one chunk of wall that I did not check last time. Say password and advance, and be quiet. Garbage. Hi there, is the password extreme violence? Honestly, maybe I should give Githa the resistance? I thought she had a point in resistance. The way this mage was barking orders, you think he was the leader of this band of brigands. Now, thanks to you, he has received harsh justice for his life of crime. Okay. And some gold. And copper and silver. Healing potion. Energy potion. Actually, Githa, why don't you take and drink 1 or 2 healing potions? Another thing about password. Secret passage beyond the fort. And, this connects into the fort itself. How troubling. Maybe they have an inside man. We found some brigands hidden in a secret passage. We killed them. You did? His face brightens. Excellent. Thank you for your help. That's the first bit of good news I've gotten in weeks. That explains why the brigands have been able to slip by Fort Saffron so easily. It's always good in the remakes when, I can eliminate a problem and actually get thanked for it. Okay, you're not the guy. You're the... Oh, what do you mean? Is there a difference between jug of wine and cheap wine? Fine. I was trying to do something nice for you. No, I don't feel like fighting you. What I do feel like is taking this boat and taking it up north. And while I do need to go farther north for Grey Mold and the Orb of Thralney... Actually, no, the Orb of Thralney is over to the west here. But first, another distraction. In a shadowy grotto, a foul cavern. Oh boy, Ice Drake. Drake breathes cold. Yeah, Githa does have resistance, but only 1 point. Honestly, as she's my frontline fighter, it sort of makes sense to give her the resistance mind crystal. She certainly seems like she's been in danger of dying much more often than anybody else. Maybe that's why the drakes aren't immune to fire if they breathe cold. Huh. I do wish at this point of the game that I had a haste everybody option. Unidentified javelin. Interesting. Oh, hi. Also, I think this place makes me lose my light faster. Ow. Okay, then. Actually kind of glad that I didn't explore this dungeon earlier, because drakes are tough. Okay, loot is meh. And where is the way to explore more of this place? Right there. This huge, dark cavern is very different from the other caves you've traveled through. Where most of Avernum is warm and moist, this chamber is dry and icy cold. Most of Avernum reeks of sulfur. This cave has no odor at all, except for the barely detectable hint of decay. And most of Avernum is quiet. Here, however, you can distinctly hear snarls and hisses in the distance. Hello? A ghost, and one that I can talk to. A shade floats here. It's not of a human, though. It's of a creature from a race you've never seen before, tall and spindly, with an angular face and piercing eyes. It stares at you sadly. What are you? I was a Vanatai, like those who are buried in the crypt here. Vanatai? The voice becomes sad. We are a race of old. We have gone deeper. I know not what happened to my brothers and sisters who fled, but I stay here and sense the debaucheries of the Lord of the Crypt, Fear it, flee it. It lusts for the blood of any living thing. I will not serve it. I will wait on this ledge until the world ends. What are you doing here? Haunting. Why are you haunting this place? A voice echoes in your mind. The only Vanity left anywhere I can sense are dead, but alive, like me. Many are in the crypt. Near here, stay away. They are those who hate living and lust to devour them. Okay. Also, I did confirm in my playthrough a few years ago that the Vanity have been in Exile all along from the very earliest versions. They are not something that Jeff came up with later and backported into the Avernum remake. Ah, crap, paralyzed. But now I'm in a place where Magrat can do a little more damage. What would cure paralysis? Unshackle Mind, maybe? Oh, it's only level 1. Why do I have Unshackle Mind at level 1? Well, that didn't do anything. This area does feel like it's a little bit less absurdly huge in Avernum versus Exile. There is a black, strangely gleaming obelisk here. Looking at it makes you feel icy cold. Always with the summoning. And also always with the Githa taking so much damage, geez. I need to have Magrat lose some of her armor or else take a few more skill points in defense or something that will help mitigate losing her AP to wearing armor. Also, I think I've just lost that demon somehow. Where is he? Oh, there you are. Must be a secret passage in the wall over there. A couple of sarcophagi with bones and a pair of earrings. Also, I miss my priest being able to cast light. I really should give Magrat a level of mage spells. There's another one of you in here somewhere. Apparently whites can cast spells now? Unless that was the spirits. This place is very annoying with the darkness. Okay. So I'm in a hidden crypt with a dark and bloodstained altar. Ah, someone's dead body here with shirt, pants, and steel dagger. Not that it did them much good. Okay, it's definitely the spirits that are casting the spells. Gah. So where's the spell that gives me some regeneration? Does that not happen until the Avernum remakes? Okay, end of this chamber. You inspect this strange pillar and notice that it has a small button set into the right side. It's small and stone, so it was very hard to notice it, but your keen adventurer senses saved the day. Ho ho. You hear the sound of stone grinding on stone to the west. This is a grave pillar. Alright. Apparently, nothing in the other one. Pile of skulls, delightful. Hi. Ow, there's something nasty in the darkness. Hello? You're a lich. Oh no, I'm drained. Stop that. I have a scroll of paralysis. Would that do much against a lich? I'm not sure. Jay, what have you got? You've got the Wand of Koronos. That would be a great idea. No, it wouldn't. Blessing in a bottle. I do like that that blessing comes with shielding, though. Oh, that was easier than I expected. Now that the lich is dead, you get a closer look at it. Its skeleton is not that of a human, but of a creature much taller and thinner, with a huge, misshapen skull. You've never seen anything like it. Except that ghost outside. There's a torque, magic chainmail, gold necklace, gold bracelet, and a rather plain cloak. Ooh, and a couple of chests. Mind crystal. And some gold that I almost certainly don't need. I definitely don't need it. I thought perhaps I would be able to find a spell in here. Nope. Unless, haha. Now I know Bind Foe level 3. Hooray. And even more gold. And a magical bracelet. Aha. You don't have to worry anymore. We killed the Lord of this crypt. Oh, well then I suppose I am held here no longer. Farewell. It fades away. Yay. Now let's get out of this cursed place. And into another differently cursed place. Mostly in the sense that the people who come here might curse it out a lot. The Waterfall Warren, discovered by the first expedition of Thralney. And it's full of, you guessed it, waterfalls. Or rapids in this game's engine anyway. No screaming. Perhaps that's a relief because I won't have to hear the screaming multiple times in a row, but it was kind of fun hearing it once in a while. Oh dear, Vengeful Shades. I think those are stronger than garden variety shades. They sure are. And they drop no loot. Hooray, I'm not the only one who likes the screaming. Okay, that little patch of land looks like it's just itching to have something secret on it, but it doesn't. Aye! And we can actually access the abyss from that waterway. Not that I particularly want to right now. Although I can get stuff identified. Let's do that. Sure, I'll pay your tax. It feels very weird to be just leaving so much gold lying around like I've been doing. Okay, who's got what? A cursed javelin. Another monkey bracelet, jeez. Mithril chainmail, on the other hand. That is very good, very good. So it looks like this mithril chainmail might not be as good for mages to wear if it does give me a bit of attack penalty. Let's compare it to the drakeskin arm. Oh, I can't while talking. Mind Crystal of Anatomy. Well, Anatomy will help with first aid and help when fighting humanoids. Blows will do more damage against humans and similar species. Could give that to McGrath. I'm really not using first aid. Anyway. Yeah, the drakeskin armor has 8% attack penalty, so I think the mithril chainmail is a little more encumbering. That said... Ha. One to 12 plus 4 is pretty huge. Githa's wearing mauling leather, which doesn't offer as much defense, but does strengthen her blows. And yeah, 16% attack penalty. Jeff, mithril chainmail is supposed to not be encumbering. I can do some training while I'm here, too. Oh, yes, McGrath has plenty of skill points. Excellent. Let's check a thing. So, return life. Okay, the divine spells require a minimum priest spell skill of 16, 17, and 18. So I do still need to be improving this. I'm getting a streaming error. That's kind of okay because I'm just doing some training right now. Okay, error's gone. Now where were we? Anything in here? I don't think so. You look unpleasant. And you are. But I am stronger than you, nya nya nya. So there's Crypt of Drath again. There's also this. The cave is filled with filth and rubbish of all sorts. The only thing of interest is a short sword, thickly crusted with rust and slime. As you leave the cave, its owner returns, its retinue in tow. It seems pleased to see you, but not in a way you like. A few more eye beasts and ogres. Also, the sword is a blessed short sword, despite being all rusty and grimy. Well, apparently I managed to resist the whatever it was. Which is more than I can say for you. Ha 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 ha. Put on sunscreen before fighting Rentar. Good idea, that. Not that we are supposed to know who Rentar is just yet. Also, I can't actually reach Erica just yet because I don't have a way across the water to her tower. I should have gone for the eye beast, not the rat. Light the Eldritch Abomination, not the rat! Don't need to go fighting random sliths right now. The corners of this map look sort of empty. I don't think there's anything to find in here. Farsight reveals nothing. First expedition of Thralny, long live the Empire. Unfortunately, all of you did not live so long. You find the wreckage of an old human boat, with a few skeletons scattered around. It looks like the capsized souls dragged the boat here, failed to repair it, and starved. One of the bodies has on it a quiver of fine arrows, barely touched by rust and decay. Another has a fair number of coins. The coins were brought down from the surface and are all well over 100 years old. Well, I do want the arrows. Just steel arrows, but steel is pretty good. In this version of the game, the waterfalls are not actually marked on my map, so it's kind of easy to get surprised there. At least I'm getting lots of the no supplies lost message. Wait a sec, were these friendly sleuths? Oh yeah, I can do a little shopping with them. Oh, I can even sell them things. You have something interesting. Four Stones Island, first expedition of Thralny. So they must have done the same thing that I've done and gone through the loop a couple of times. Can't get there from here. Okay. Yeah, that looks like all kinds of nope. Vaguely recall something being hidden in here. Aha. A desperate message has been carved into the wall here. Most of it has been obscured by the ceaseless dripping of the water, but some words remain. Unreadable, split up in rapids. We went down middle. Went down the huge falls, and Thralny and his men, Harmoner, spirits help us. Damn Thralner, orb will save them, and we, Harmoner. Or maybe instead of doing the loop around multiple times, they split up in a few different boats. Which did not work out for them. I don't know if Avernites have become better at building boats to withstand the kind of rapids that they get down here, or what, but we are somehow managing to not wreck everything, despite going down many waterfalls. And here we are in the stagnant tunnels. I am actually going to call the stream here for tonight because I am getting a bit sleepy. So I'm going to save the game. Next time we find the Orb of Thralny! But for now, good night everyone, and I will see you in another video, or live stream, or both.